Okay, so this is a quick video going over my Advanced Games Engines project for Semester 2, the tank project game. As you can see, we've got a pretty in-depth main menu with the ability to change tank classes, add and remove players as needed, change the game mode that you wish to play through two rotatable button settings. The deathmatch settings, there is only currently deathmatch, so all buttons lead to the same game mode. With King of the Hill and Team King of the Hill have been created, but Crazy King is still just a stand-in and also heads into default King of the Hill. Depending on the tank class chosen here with the arrows at the sides, that tank will be spawned in game. So, for example, I do 4 players and have them all be different classes, and then launch into standard deathmatch. You can see that all 4 players have their own screen and their own UI. Their own ammo counts and health are shown on screen, as well as their abilities and what weapons they currently have equipped. 2 tanks have spawned on top of each other in this example. It seems to only be a problem in deathmatch because it is inheriting an older version of my spawning master game mode. The game can be paused, but only by the first player. This is mainly because of an issue where the menu UI would not close if the player who created it was not player 1 and there was no way to interact with the menu even if the cursor was shown on screen during this. So player 1 has the ability to remove any player from the game apart from themselves, as this would obviously break the majority of the UI as it is paired to the viewport through player 1 directly. This isn't done through a get player ID 0, it is just done through add to viewport. However, I did find if I remove player 1 from the game, regardless of not interacting with the player, the UI will still break. And since the problem persisted before, where the UI could not be closed or accessed by any other players, there was no realistic way for them to use the UI anyway. So player 1 can remove any player, and the numbers are more akin to the controller IDs as opposed to the player names, as in player 1, 2, 3 and 4. So remove player 1 removes player 2 in more layman terms, but players can be removed at any point during the game and the count does automatically adjust. The quit all button returns back to the main menu, so as I only have a controller and a keyboard to play, I will only do 2 players and make them both fight tanks and jump into King of the Hill. So King of the Hill has its own UI system set up so that there's a ready up screen where both players ready up and it disappears and the kids start to move. The current king is shown in the top right, and when the point is captured it will show their name in that place and then start populating the list with scores, which are set based on their visibilities, based on how many players are in the game and how many players actually have a score. So with player 1 on the point, they start earning points. Player 2 enters the point, the scoring stops. Player 1 then lift the point, the contestation is ended, and player 2 becomes the king after a short delay from unclaiming and reclaiming the point. If I've shown in other videos how this works a bit more in depth with the capture system, but if I just let player 1 or 2 win, I'll let 2 win since they're already on the point and it'll save time. You'll see that they are able, it will actually show a win screen. It's not per screen, it is per viewport as with the main UI. Again, having a separate win and loss screen would be a better outcome, but this serves well enough. So after a short delay, it returns back to the main menu. Just keep track of how many players were in the game when it left, so it can pass that on, and you don't have to re-add players if you're quickly trying to jump back into a game. Team King of the Hill works in the same way, except instead of showing the winning player, it will show the winning team, and team contestation is set up so that if multiple players of the same team are on the point, it won't remove the capturing as if it is being contested by another player. It will recognise that they are allies. There's no AI in the project. This is mostly due to a time restriction on my part, but the AI plans were mostly going to be static enemies anyway. But yeah, that's everything in my tank project with so far